£30,000. Number 1 is Shambo, Michael Robertson, drawn 1. 2, Further Flight, odds against when winning last year, odds on this time again, ridden by Michael Hills, and drawn 4. 3, Supreme Choice, Daryl Holland, drawn 2. And number 4, the filly, Hawait Albar, Bruce Raymond, drawn 3. And here's John Terrell with the betting.
Thank you, Rawley. And Further Flight is the 11-8 on favourite. Shambo 11-4 from 5-2. Hawait Albar 7-1 from 8-1. And Supreme Choice on the 8-1 mark. They're all quoted for the Jockey Club Cup.
They're all in, so over to you, John.
Yes, they have 2 miles of the Jockey Club Cup ahead of them, and as they go through the early stages, nobody particularly to want to go on, but it's Supreme Choice. A very slow pace through the first furlong. Supreme Choice being taken along in the lead, being followed then by Further Flight and Hawait Albar, and Shambo quite content to sit in behind them as they come through the very early stages. So Supreme Choice continues with the advantage, being followed then by Hawait Albar, then comes Further Flight, and finally Shambo. So these 4 runners between them has run 24 races worth nearly £400,000 between them. But of course Further Flight, the grey in the 3rd place, being the chief contributor, having won the Goodwood Cup and the Doncaster Cup this year, and out to win this race for the 2nd year running. So Supreme Choice, Daryl Holland, leads by about a couple from Hawait Albar, Bruce Raymond, and then comes Further Flight and Michael Hills. And Michael Roberts sitting in behind the other 3 with Shambo, and they've still got about 1.25 miles or so still ahead of them as they still go through the opening stages, one might say, of this 2-mile event, with Supreme Choice still the leader. And shortly the 4 runners will be turning right-handed, entering the straight with a long 1.25 miles ahead of them, and still Supreme Choice with the call in front of Hawait Albar, Further Flight and Shambo. So the 4 runners now just bearing right-handed, and the pace just quickening up a bit, and still the advantage held by Supreme Choice, being trapped by Hawait Albar. Then comes Further Flight back in 3rd, and Shambo still 4, as the 4 runners now run towards the 9-furlong pole. And the pace now decidedly just been stepped up a gear or 2, with just over 1 mile ahead of them. And still Supreme Choice, Daryl Holland with the advantage, and still being covered about 2 lengths adrift by Hawait Albar. Then comes Further Flight, and finally Shambo. Under 1 mile still to go, and still no change in the order. Nice even pace being set by Supreme Choice. Nice swinging gallop, and it's still Supreme Choice the leader from Hawait Albar, Further Flight and Shambo. Racing now towards the 3/4 mile marker, and as they do so, it's still Supreme Choice the leader from Hawait Albar, Further Flight back in 3rd, Shambo. So the order unchanged, and the starting price is 6-4 on Further Flight, 3-1 Shambo, Hawait Albar 7-1, Supreme Choice 9-1, and it's still the outsider Supreme Choice with the advantage as they race now towards the 5-furlong marker. And so the orders they come up to this point is Supreme Choice has made it all so far, being followed then by Hawait Albar, and then comes Further Flight, and finally Shambo. That's the order. They're all yours, Rawley.
Thank you, John. Yes, just over half a mile to run in the Group 3 Jockey Club Cup, and it's still the outsider, Supreme Choice. Further Flight, stable companion, making it from Hawait Albar, the only filly, going well in 2nd. And then comes the favourite, Further Flight, who was the 7-4 favourite when winning this Group 3 last year. Shambo, the 2nd favourite, beginning to close up on the outside and going past Hawait Albar. But it's the 2 stable companions, Supreme Choice, 2nd last year, and then Further Flight, the winner last year. And these 2 are going some 4 or 5 lengths ahead now of Shambo, conceding weight to his 3 opponents. He was 3rd last year, and Further Flight now comes up on the outside to go on for the first time. So it's Further Flight, asked to quicken now by Michael Hills, doing so and readily coming home ahead of his stablemate Supreme Choice. Shambo is well beaten in 3rd. Hawait Albar tailed off last, up to the line, and it's Further Flight who lands his 2nd Jockey Club Cup. It's a double on the day for Barry Hills. Stablemate Supreme Choice 2nd, Shambo is 3rd, and still to finish, just coming up towards the line now, the only other runner, there she is, Hawait Albar. So the outcome of a rather bloodless Jockey Club Cup, it's a win for the 2nd year running for number 2, Further Flight, owned by Mr. Simon Wingfield Digby, trained at Lambourne by Barry Hills, who won the open here today with Youghal, and the winner was ridden by Michael Hills. 2nd, number 3, Supreme Choice, Daryl Holland. 3rd, number 1, Shambo, Michael Roberts. That's the Jockey Club Cup.
Further Flight, the 6-4 on favourite. 2nd, number 3, Supreme Choice at 9-1. And 3rd, number 1, Shambo, returned at 3-1. The tape pay 160 for the win, £3.80 for the dual forecast, and 4